All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday, June 8th. We got game number 2 of the NBA Finals. In today's video, we're going to dive into this Thunder and Pacers game number 2 game. I'm going to give you my prediction on the side. I'll give you my prediction on the total. We'll talk about any other plays like player props that we like within the game, and I think I have 2 as of right now. But as always, guys, keep an eye down on the pinned comment of this video. That'll take you to all of my final plays, so I'm actually rolling with myself. If that does interest you, if you do want to fade me, all of that will be free down in the pinned comment. All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I tell you guys I'm a dummy all the time. They don't suck. They've just been sucking. Get them down to -3 for more juice than Jose Canseco in his prime. Tell me you're new without telling me you're new. So don't go jumping down my throat in the comments, right? If you want to fade me, or if you do want to ride me, this still leaves a bad taste in my mouth, right? And remember, more chins, more wins. Yesterday, or I guess I should say game 1, a couple days ago, we go 1 for 1. We got a lot of comments. Oh, that's all you got? Just one play? Guys, there's one game on the board. These lines are scrutinized by the books. We got to go with what we love instead of just having some extra action on the game and whatnot, right? So Isaiah Hartenstein over 6.5 rebounds. That one somewhat sweat-free, right? He cashed early in the third, had 9 rebounds total, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you know what? Cha-ching. I'd rather that half-unit winner than throwing a bunch at the wall hoping that it sticks, damn well knowing that these are tough lines to beat in the NBA Finals, right? When there's only the one game for these algorithms and these books to kind of go over. But nonetheless, yeah, we did cash that Isaiah Hartenstein play. In terms of today, we could go in a couple different directions here. Obviously, we could talk about game 1 really briefly. That Pacers come from behind win, like this team has something special about them, right? They still shot really well from the floor. I think it was 48-46 in terms of their splits, 48% from the field, 46% from 3. And the fourth quarter, they won by, how many points did they win that fourth quarter by? Was it 10 points? Yeah, 35-25. They came back. If you haven't seen it, Halliburton hit the game winner. This Pacers team only led for less than, I think it was half a second the entire game, and it was that half a second after the 3 was made. So I would say they were outplayed for 99.9% of the game, but they still seem to pull things out, and you can never count them out. For that reason, I do think 11 points is too much. Now, the reason I probably don't actually get this down or get to the window with it, right? So I guess, yes, I'm leaning Pacers plus 11 because they just seem to figure things out late in games. The thing that will keep me off of it, and if you're kind of thinking the same thing, like, wow, that's too many points to give the Pacers, they figure it out. This Thunder team in bounce-back spots, I would not want to mess with, especially given the fact that they're at home here, and they're coming off of that loss. You know what I mean? Perfect situation for the Thunder to absolutely punch them in the mouth, much like the Thunder did against the Nuggets when the Nuggets beat them, right? They kind of came back and beat them 119-107, and that was in, what game was that? That was in game number, I think it was like 3 or 4, right? But then what happens? Next game, they win by 120, was it 25 points? 125-100 or something like that. That would not shock me if the Thunder went out there and did that today, because again, I'm still kind of waiting, and I've been waiting, right, for this Pacers team to stop shooting such high percentages from the floor. They keep doing it. Guys like Nembhard or Nesmith, any of these guys on any given night are just playing out of their shoes. So yeah, I do like the Pacers because of what we've seen. But there's a lot of reasoning on the Thunder side to say, yeah, they might come out here and smack them around today. What I don't necessarily mind is the idea of an Indiana team total under. I think I was just a little overzealous on the over in game number 1. They finished up a little bit shy, right? We didn't end up rolling with it, but I do think that, I was assuming the Pacers, would run, and we did see some running. The Thunder kind of choked it away. But now in game number 2, what I'm looking at is, a Pacers team total under 110.5. If they don't shoot, mid 40s to high 40s or 50s from the floor, they came back and only scored 111 points in game number 2. If the Thunder play any better defense at all, which they should, they might not get to this number, right? So, yeah, I don't mind the idea of this. I will say the Pacers this season on the road, this is going to make me look like an idiot for taking their team total under. But playoffs are different. Finals are different than the regular season. Only 10 games out of the 49 they've played on the road, including playoff games so far, have gone under their line of 110.5. On the season, 19 of 99. So 19% have gone under. So this could be a little crazy. You even throw in the last 5 meetings between the two squads, and they've scored over that line. But, and it's a big but in this case, this year when they've played 114, 111, and 111. So very, very close to that line. I think the Thunder D up in the finals. I'm going to go Indiana team total under 110.5. That's probably how I play the total because I don't want to take the under in this game and OKC goes out there and drops 130 on their head. You're in a tough position there, right? So give me the Pacers plus 11, but I don't mind the idea of the Thunder playing a little bit better defense. And again, that plus 11 is just kind of based on the fact that, like, no numbers, just based on the fact that this magic that the Pacers have, right? Like, that is by far what we'll go over here with player props. The plus 11 is probably the least that I like. I like the team total under, but I'm too scared to take the full game under because what if the Thunder do have that chance of just going boom and scoring 130? Let's dive into a couple player props here. Guys, before we do talk about player props, I want to talk to you guys about Underdog. They got a gimme pick tonight. 0.5 points from the guy that seems to score when there's no time left on the clock, Tyrese Halliburton. Go ahead and check it out. You also get a deposit bonus up to $1,000 when signing up today. Use the link down in the description or the pinned comment, or use code GUYBOSTON when signing up. GUYBOSTON. Boom. Spelling Bee champ. Check out Underdog. Get this Halliburton square. They also have a ton of cool promos on the app right now, like the extender pick, in which the longer the series goes, the bigger your boost becomes. So go ahead and check it out. But yeah, let's dive into a player prop. I want to jump into the Outlier screen. If you haven't heard me talk about Outlier yet, you're under a rock. Link down in the description, 7-day free trial. We cashed Isaiah Hartenstein here over 6.5 rebounds. There's part of me that wants to go right back to it. We got, less minutes than we thought we'd get. We got less rebound chances than we thought we'd get, and he still ended up with 9 rebounds. I had him kind of pegged for right around 21-ish minutes, right? In games in which he's played 21 to 25 minutes, he's crushed this line. And we'll just look at this year, right? And his rebound chances at 16. Now, with Chet Holmgren, that's something that I didn't really bring in last time. It's okay, we still cash, but he still is plenty fine, right? Same amount of rebound chances. The minutes kind of stay the same. So I do like the idea of him going out there and getting 6 boards again. But unfortunately, we're a little bit juiced, right? We got a, minus 130 in game 1. Now it's minus 144. If you want to go a little wild, that one extra, rebound that we could be seeing is worth about 40 cents, right? With the, actually, no, that's worth about 80 cents if we're minus 144 to plus 112. So sure. We'll get to one other player prop. This is what I was showing you guys. This is why Outlier is cool. How we are able to look at all the away games of the Pacers against the Thunder. You can look at them this year. That's where I was pulling all of those numbers for. So definitely check it out. Link down in the description. The other player prop that we like, and this is another plus money look, right? Kind of a shot at something that we think could happen because of the quantity. Miles Turner over 1.5 threes. Dud. All right, hits 4 there. Dud, 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 dud. Last 2 games here, he's hit 2 threes. Now, I wouldn't necessarily sit here and say, okay, well, 2 of 3 is realistic, but he shot 5 against this OKC team. This Thunder team is phenomenal at defending the paint, right? We know that. They're good at defending everywhere, in all fairness, but especially if he gets the Hartenstein matchup, I don't think he's going to want to follow him out there. Same thing with Chetty Holmgren, and look at head-to-head. 3 of the 5 games that they've played against, he's had the 2, and he's averaging 3.6 attempts. What I really like here is that, and if we get rid of this head-to-head, we just look at the last 10 games, so pretty much the playoffs, right? Second most attempts. He only shot 40% from 3, which I shouldn't even say only. That's pretty good. That was the second most 3 attempts so far in the entire playoffs. The only other one was against the Knicks here, and in that game, he played 33 minutes. Just 27 minutes, 5 attempts. If we get a decent little minute, surge out of Miles Turner, so say he plays 28 minutes, right? We look at this on the season, 60% of these he's cashed. On the road, 63, so weirdly enough, it goes up. When he's played that many here against the Thunder, last time he did shot 6, he only scored 1, right? But what I really want to note here is, look at the attempts. 5.7 attempts on the season when he plays 28 minutes. As this goes up, say we go 32, right? We're looking at 5.9. So the minutes are crucial here. We don't want him in foul trouble. But again, it kind of comes down to that paint defense that Miles Turner might fly up a couple more. And, on the year, let's reset all these filters. On the year, he's shooting 40% from 3. If he gets 5 attempts, which he did in game 1, and he shoots his normal percentage, plus 112, maybe not exactly the worst play in the book, right? So Hartenstein rebounds I like again. I also don't mind his points, so maybe points plus rebounds. Miles Turner over in 3s. Pacers team total under. And then, like I said, a slight lean to the Pacers plus 11 because, God, they just figured things out at the end of the game. But, guys, that is going to wrap it up for game number 2's breakdown. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment 9 down below. Let me know what you're rolling with in this game. I love the community aspect of this. Let me go on a quick 20-second rant. Start the timer, right? What I love about this is the fact that now we only have 1 game to all talk about, right? So normally during the season, it's like, oh, I'm doing this in the comments. when everyone's talking about the same game, there's some great deliberation and debate and some really cool angles coming out in the comments, and everyone's looking at the same game. So when you find something unique, it's pretty damn cool to share it with people, right? So I love reading the comments for these one-off games, whether it's Thursday Night Football, Monday Night Football during the NFL season, when we have these one-off sort of finals games, whatnot. Absolutely love it. So get your plays down in the comments. Give a little reasoning and rationale as to why you like it, what you found, where you found it, that type of thing as well. But yeah, I'll be reading those today. Very excited for this finals. I think it's going to be a really cool series just because these are two teams that I don't know. Maybe the Thunder, but I know the Pacers for sure. Then the NBA really didn't probably want in the finals. Yet here they are, and they're putting on a show. So very, very entertaining. These playoffs have been very good. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Catch you guys in the next one, right? Peace out.